First of all, I want to talk about the specific business strategy here, though. I mean, you touched upon it briefly just before, and I understand you'd be looking for a transaction, but what is the right time, the right size, or the right counterparty for that transaction?
So I'll tell you that our business strategy you can summarize in two words right now. It's right size and optimize, or optimize and right size. I think the right size and optimize. And what falls under that is lots of drilling to improve the grade and make the project bigger and better. A little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and a little bit better because it's already quite large and it's like moving an oil tanker. You can do it incrementally, but you don't jump from the Indian Ocean
Hmm.
to the Atlantic in one go. So that's why that's the right size. Improve the grade, make it a bit bigger. The optimize is fix the technical issues that were there historically. There was another thing the previous owner did, which actually resulted in a loss of credibility. Is they put out a PEA, which is the currently active PEA on this project, which describes a very large bacterial heap leaching process. Now that is okay in the lab and people talk about it, but it's never been done successfully at large scale. And that's why that PEA was had no credibility from the beginning. So when we came in, we said, let's go back to basics. Let's provide answers, not questions. And we said this project must work like most other conventional sulfide porphyry copper projects out there, which is conventional milling and flotation. It means a much higher capex, but it means a much lower technical complexity. So that's a key step, and we've done that. And this project is perfectly amenable to this conventional processing. But in order to deal with the grade, it has to be done at quite large scale. And when I say quite large scale, it's all relative. The scale that we're looking at the moment is around 24 million tons per annum of processing. I think in the global context, it's a medium-sized operation. In the Haib historical context, it's a large size operation. It's about double of what they looked at previously. In terms of copper production, let me give you that number. We're envisaging something in the region of 80,000 tons of copper equivalent in concentrate. Um, so that's, I would say, a BHP and a Rio Tinto, they are sort of 100,000 tons plus. So we're probably just below that threshold, but certainly like a First Quantum or, a range of Chinese or Asian players would be interested in a project like this from a size perspective. Obviously, I can't talk on behalf of them. And so that's the optimizing part, right? Size optimize, get the geology right, make it bigger and better, get the processing right, prove that this project can work, like technically and economically, and then tick all the other boxes: infrastructure, roads, transport, water, power, permitting. Once you've got that, then you've got to use an overused term, then you've created a shovel-ready project. Then it can be built. Then the question is who's going to build it? Because obviously one of the implications of what I've just described is big capital. We're talking 1 to 1.5 billion US dollars of capital. So a lot of money for Namibia, a lot of money for a small company like ours. But it's actually quite low for a project of this scale. If you look at the capital intensity compared to some of these other operations, it's low. But it implies that it's very likely that another much bigger entity will end up building this mine. But that's for the future. We're not there yet.